Welcome to part 51 of Twilight Princess. We are still in City in the Sky. And since I take my time around this section, I'm going to speed things along. That treasure chest contains some arrows, and away we go. I think that's good enough. Well, for now, that is. You know, in retrospect, I could have just, went along the wall just grabbing onto it, because Link here does not get tired at all. And I think that's why they added the whole stamina meter option in Skyward Sword. For those of you who have seen the gameplay footage, they added this whole stamina thing so that if Link gets tired, he, well, get tired. And that's especially true if he's grappling onto the wall, like right here, for example. But there are these stamina fruits and stamina potions that Link can take to prolong his activity. And that's to make that game realistic in terms of Link getting tired. To be fair, in this game, Link here is a beast. I mean, he does not get tired. And, well, yeah, he's a determinator. Oh! Good thing this is a video game or else Link would have been decapitated. It doesn't really matter how much health I lose here because right here we get our first heart piece of the dungeon. Finally! Whew, how long has it been? How long we've been in this dungeon? Quite a bit, yeah. Now, to be fair, in the Skyward Sword game, well, it introduced Link to actual running. I mean, running. I mean, sure, he can roll, but he can actually run. And that's actually kind of okay, I guess. But that's that game. Let's talk more about this game. Of course, once again, we have to grapple onto these collapsing pillars. And make sure we get to that, there we go. This area right here. How convenient that we can use this thing to lower ourselves. Oh, hi, Dino Foal. Yeah. Of course, I'm not going to risk doing any more helm splitters because I could accidentally leap off this fence here and fall to my doom. And that's pretty much why I didn't just grapple onto the thing, because there are keys in the area that if they hit me, down I would go. And I would not like that one bit. What are you doing? Just go through the door. Go through the door. Here we go. Now we are in the courtyard of this end, and well, first of all, we gotta take care of these things right here, because I don't want them to interfere with what I'm about to do. And what I am about to do here is grapple onto the P-hats, and they will take me all across this courtyard area. And of course, it will take a while for me to get across this courtyard area on the P-hat, so you just have to be patient. There we go. And what we have to do is just grapple from P-hat to B-hat to get to the other end. Now, on the way, there's actually a floating island over there. I'm not kidding, a floating island. And that is where the first Poe in this dungeon is located. Yeah. Notice it's broad daylight, and there's a Poe out in the open, completely disregarding the whole continuity of Poes only coming out at night. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about Snow Peak? Although, to be fair, Snow Peak, it was cloudy with a bunch of snow, so I could give them that excuse for having cloud coverage, but, in this case, well, I can't give them any excuse. I mean, look at it. We are way above the clouds. It's sunny, it's bright, and I can't give them an excuse this time around. I'm sorry. Anyway, here's the Poe. Let's take its soul. Blah, 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 blah. Hurry up. Ow. There we go. And rip. Yay. Oh, we can also get some money out of it, too. Just open this treasure chest and we're going to get some money. And it's this section right here that I do not get all the treasure chests. Why? Well, even though some of them have money, others have supplies like bombs and whatnot, and I don't think they're worth it at this time. Of course, we have to wait for the P-Hat to come back this way in order for me to grapple onto it and move on. There is, however, a treasure chest in this area that I want to get, but at this, from my current position, I cannot reach. What I'll have to do is go into the next room and do a U-turn to another section of this room. Yeah. Now here, make sure that you adjust the length of the claw shot chain so you can get through the holes in the wall without bumping into them. It's how convenient. It's so convenient that there just happens to be a nice section of wall that can allow Link to go through it unscathed, and the chain of the claw shot to go through without bumping into it. How convenient. And as you just saw there briefly, there was the good old dragon just circling the highest point of this area, doing absolutely nothing but flying around. Not terrifying at all. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, here we are at this section right here, and what we're going to do now is grapple the P-Hats until we get to the other side. However, at a certain point, when you get to a certain P-Hat, you want to turn around and follow another trail of P-Hats around back to this building. Why? Well, you'll see. Now, of course, you want to be careful here because there are these stupid bird enemies, the Kargaroks, that can knock you down if you're not fast enough. Like right here, for example. Let's try that again, shall we? Now, of course, having these bird enemies attack you is the game's punishment for you being too slow. Like, ugh. Now, of course, it's possible to attack them using the claw shot, but yeah, their movements are a bit, well, random. Anyway, we do have to loop back to this building here because I want to get at least this treasure chest right here. I don't know if it's possible to get this treasure chest any other way besides doing it like this, but this chest contains another heart piece. Yay. Oh, by the way, we are actually collecting the last few heart pieces of the game. This game's almost over, isn't it? Now, some of you are pretty much happy that this game's about to end, and I don't blame you. This went on a little bit longer than I had planned. But at the same time, there are some people who like this game and wish it didn't have to end. But, folks, all good things come to an end at some point. It's a fact of life. Alright, so anyway, we're back on the main building, only on the rooftop. And, well, yeah, we're going to do some things. First of all, let's kill this dino foal right here. And yes, you're going to see me abusing the helm splitter a lot and using the shield attack. You know, the shield attack, I have to say something. It's not really an attack. It's more of, well, more of a shield stun maneuver. Because if it's really a shield attack, it would actually take damage off an enemy. I'm just saying. Now, I know there's one more of these guys around here somewhere. There it is. You know, these things are becoming a joke, you know. Again, this is probably why they've upped the enemy AI in Skyward Sword, because of, well, this. Now, after seeing this game and seeing playthroughs of Skyward Sword and playing Skyward Sword, I'm starting to understand how the developers were thinking. Not that I agree on some of the things they've done, but I understand. Anyway, let's go claw shot this vine right here, and there's a bird enemy waiting to knock you back down. However, if you see it, immediately get back to the ground so that you would have the advantage again. Come on, there we go. And once it's dead, we'll take out its brethren perched on top of the pillars using the bow and arrow, and then we will start crossing the ropes as Wolf Link. Now, here's the thing. You can go 2 different directions here. Once you cross the first rope, when we get up to the top, we can make a right, and it will lead us to the path of another Poe and some money. And yes, we just saw the dragon circling that building once again, doing absolutely diddly squat. Again, no threat. Dragon is a no threat. In fact, when I fight the dragon, he is not a threat. Alright. That's the first time we've used Wolf Link in this dungeon. And there is no heavy wind here. How unfortunate. Anyway, since I take a little while to get to the Poe, and we've seen the Poe's death about a bajillion times already, I think I'll speed things along. Okay? Okay. Yes, that whole pole soul ripping has gone pretty old. But here's the good news, folks. That was Poe number 57, which means we only need 3 more to get the complete set of 60. Yay. Now, here's another thing I think I understand why they did it in Skyward Sword. You know, in this game, Wolf Link can balance on the rope no problem without falling off. Skyward Sword Link, you have to struggle with the Wiimote to make sure that Link maintains his balance. But of course, that Link's a human, so I'm trying to understand their thinking. Again, I don't necessarily agree with their thinking, but whatever. Of course, in this room here, we have a couple of Helmsar Kings that we have to kill. And there's this big old twirling fan. And not to mention the fact that there is actually the boss key that we need to get. And we need to turn off this giant fan. Come on. There we go. Die, you stupid... Whatever you are. Is that like a lizard, dinosaur, dog thing? What the heck are these things? It's amazing how Link's hat does not fall off. I believe I mentioned that point last part. Who cares? Again, this is another one of those giant switches that requires you to wear the iron boots to bring it down. And just like that, the fan goes off. Yay. And we got the big key, aka the boss key. Alright, so where do we go from here? Well, actually, we need to go straight down. So let's go through this hole in the floor right here. And there are regular Helmsars, you know, the ones that we can yank off the armor easily. Stay there. Yay. I'm getting a lot of money in this dungeon, aren't I? Anyway, what we need to do here is grapple the ceiling grate and lower ourselves down back into the main room. Yep. And here we need to look out for another one of those big old grappling switches. Right here, in fact. And again, it's a big one, so we need the iron boots. And by doing so, we will turn on this fan here. Yay. Oh look, more human-headed chicken people. I haven't seen you guys since last part. But I don't need you anymore. I have the double claw shots. Now, by turning on this giant fan here, it will cause these platforms to start spinning around. It will allow us to get to that building over there where the dragon is circling. And, yeah, it's doing nothing but circling, doing absolutely diddly squat. Now, of course, there are more of these bird enemies, so if you can, try and pick them off with the arrow. But I believe some arrows can get caught in the gust and will throw, well, will be blown off course. But if you want to go ahead and chance it, you can just latch on to these twirling platforms and make your way across. Now, some of them have double-sided grating, and others just have one solid wall on one side, and it's weird. It's more of a waiting game when you claw shot from one of these rotating platforms to another. And of course, I'm taking a big risk not killing all these bird enemies because remember what happened last time. Thankfully, though, none of them get me this time. Come on, you stupid platform. And go. This is actually kind of pretty cool if you really think about it. There we go. Now I'm going to grapple over to this deactivated fan here, and behind it is treasure chest with more money. Oh, don't worry, folks. We are about to end this dungeon once and for all in the next part. So yeah. And whoa, that was close. See you then. Bye.